like the bestowal of life. The bestowal of a soul is a reality that proves God's existence. Nevertheless, the existence of the soul cannot be explained by any other cause except God. It is not possible to deny God after one accepts the soul's reality. However, there is no material answer to the question, how did the soul enter the body? Since the existence of the soul cannot be explained by any other things, atheists have dared to deny its existence. If the existence of the soul is acknowledged, then atheists will also be obliged to accept God. In this manner, we deem that it is appropriate to assert the proofs of the soul's existence. In order to ask the question, who created this soul? We must first prove that the soul exists. In that case, we will first prove the soul's existence, and we can ask our question later. 1. Concepts such as law, brotherhood, and family are existent because of the soul's existence. We can explain it as follows. As it is well known, once in every 6 months, the entire cells of a person change, and he or she virtually becomes a brand new person. Now let us imagine a murderer appearing in front of the judge in a courtroom. Suppose the judge decides to punish the murderer with a 20-year prison term, and the murderer turns to the judge and says, "You cannot punish me, because I was not the one who committed the murder. I became a new person because my cells changed. My current flesh is pure." What could the judge say in counter-response? Nothing, because the judge is no longer his old self either. In addition, think of concepts like family and fellowship. The material body of my mother, who gave birth to me, changed several times. Nothing from her body that brought me into this world remained since it completely changed. 6 months after my birth, my mother passed away in terms of her material body. If the existence of the soul is not accepted, then how can one get rid of such a deadlock? 2. If a person were to come to this world in a hollow space with no eyes, nose, hands, and other limbs, he cannot nor comprehend such concepts, such as length, greatness, proximity, and smallness. However, he will not doubt his existence. Organs like the eyes, nose, and hands are necessary to understand the external world, and without them, a person will not be able to understand it. However, will not doubt his own existence. In that case, the one who knows its own identity is the soul. 3. When a person accomplishes a task, they say, "I did it." By saying such a thing, a person does not attribute the credit to his organs. Similarly, when one says, "I did it," it does not imply meanings such as, "My hand wrote it," "My foot ran," and "My ear heard." In that case, what is the "I" in the phrase, "I did it"? When a person says "I," it signifies an-nafs an-natik, or in other words, the soul. When he says "my pen," the word "my" denotes the soul. 4. There is no will and the ability to make choices in the nature of matter. However, a person has unlimited voluntary functions. If a person was only a material being, then he would have to lack free will, since matter does not have the ability to make decisions. In that case, since matter cannot be the doer of those acts, then the soul must have done them. That is, a person's free will proves the soul's existence clearly. 5. There is no will in the nature of matter. Similarly, qualities such as hearing, seeing, tasting, and feeling are absent. If man was a soulless material being, then the mentioned qualities would not be found in the person. In that case, since there is a soul, a human is not only composed of material things, he or she has a soul, and those mentioned qualities belong to the soul. 6. If the brain were to expand, it could stimulate the nerve that is in charge of moving the finger, and in turn, the finger would move. However, it could not cause the buttoning of a shirt, because the act of buttoning is complex and cannot simply occur by agitating a nerve. In that case, we ask this question: if it is not the brain that causes a finger to button, then what else could it be? It is the soul, of course. 7. Physical contact is necessary for the movement of matter. Without physical contact, it is impossible for matter to move. A person watching television will laugh, cry, worry, get excited, etc. In that case, is it matter that laughs and cries? Of course not, because a kind of physical contact did not occur. In that case, to what do these attributes belong? To the soul, of course. 8. We weighed a person before and after his death. His weight prior to death was 70 kilograms, and after he died, his weight was still the same. How did he become a lifeless being, though he was laughing, running, and talking? What was it that came out of this person? Of course, it was his soul that left the body, because the experiment proved that there was no loss from the material body. 9. Everyone's brain works in the same way. But despite this, everyone has different ideas. What is the reason for these differences in ideas? The answer is that everyone has a different soul. If thinking was only a function of the brain, then everybody would be thinking the same way. The qualities of matter are stable and do not change. It shows that the differences in ideas are proof of the soul's existence. 10. Telepathy, which is accepted even by the material science, cannot be explained by anything other than the existence of the soul. How can materialism explain the communication of two people who are kilometers away from one another and do not have someone in between to convey their messages? It shows that telepathy also proves that the soul exists. 11. Telekinesis occurs without any physical contact and involves moving an object with a thought and can only be explained by the existence of the soul. You have probably seen or read about the people who bend spoons, move the things in front of them through attention and concentration. Is it possible to explain it through matter? Definitely not. Then, telekinesis also proves the existence of the soul. 12. Dreams also prove the soul's existence. We see that the dreams we see often turn out to be true in reality on the day we see them, or within the next few days. This is some knowledge that is acquired by the approaching of the soul's access to the realms of the unknown. If we deny the soul, then how will we be able to explain this occurrence? It means that dreams, especially true dreams, are proof of the soul's existence. 13. Now use your imagination to gather all of the flesh in your body in one place. Now bring your bones, hairs, eyes, nails, and other organs to the same meeting place. Now we ask this question: where are your emotions? Where are hundreds of emotions like compassion, affection, love, ambition, and hatred? If these were the products of our material body, then we would be able to visually separate them to one side and see their shapes as well. It means that emotions are products of the soul, not the body. In that case, every emotion that is found in the human being is proof of the soul's existence. 14. Qualities such as generosity, kindness, courage, and knowledge are all different among people. While it is like an ocean for one it is like a drop for another. If these were the qualities of matter, then every person would have them at the same degree, because matter is characterized as being stable and it does not change. In that case, they cannot be the qualities of matter. They can only be the qualities of the soul. All qualities that are found in different degrees amongst people are proofs of the soul's existence. 15. Joy and sorrow come from two sources. The first one is the bodily sorrow and pleasures. The other is spiritual sorrow and pleasures. For instance, a person who meets his friend takes pleasure. It is not a material, but a spiritual pleasure. As the saying goes, the wound caused by a sword can be healed, but the wound caused by a tongue cannot be healed. Is what the tongue wounds something other than the soul? That is, all of the spiritual pleasures and sorrow that man feels prove the existence of the soul. After proving the existence of the soul through 15 proofs mentioned above, we want to ask the following. Who is the one that created the soul and blew life into it? Who other than God can be the doer of that wise invention?